Hello friends, my name is Priyanka Chatterjee. Today I want to share a story from my life with you, a story that is not easy to tell. It is deeply personal, very close to my heart, and holds a large part of who I am. For a long time, I kept wondering whether I should speak about it or stay silent. In the end, I felt that if my story can bring even a little light into someone's life, then staying silent would be unfair. Many times we fail to realize how much power is hidden in the most ordinary things around us. And many times we don't even notice when the person we love the most slowly starts changing right in front of our eyes. This story is about that change and about slowly finding the way back again. I am an ordinary housewife living in Mumbai. My life is very simple. My days begin with the kitchen, household work, children, groceries. This is my world. My husband, Amit Chatterjee, works in a senior position at a large IT company. From the outside, people often say, "You have such a good life," but I have learnt that living well and living in peace are not always the same thing. The first few years of our marriage were truly beautiful. Amit was full of life back then. No matter how stressful his work was, when he came home, he seemed like a different person. In the evenings, he would say, "Let's go for a walk." Sometimes we sat by the sea at Marine Drive, sometimes we spent nights on the terrace talking in the cool air. Small conversations, laughter without reason, dreams about the future, our home felt alive. At that time, I believed life was meant to be like this. A little responsibility, a few struggles, but happiness in between. Talking to Amit made my heart feel light. He wasn't just my husband, he was my closest friend. But slowly something began to change. Very slowly. So slowly that even I didn't realize when it began. One day after returning from work, he said he wasn't feeling well and wanted to lie down. I didn't think much of it. I assumed it was work pressure. But after a few days I noticed he was saying the same thing almost every day. Even on holidays, he no longer wanted to go out. Saturdays, which once meant making plans, now meant staying in bed. Dark circles appeared under his eyes. His face lost its glow. The man who once loved to talk from the moment he woke up now stayed silent. I asked him, "What's wrong with you?" He replied, "Nothing. I just don't feel well." That nothing was actually everything. Days passed like this. Amit slowly became irritable. He got angry over small things. Things he once laughed at now annoyed him. I could sense that this wasn't just a physical problem. His mind was also getting trapped somewhere. I took him to doctors, not once but many times. Big hospitals, well-known specialists, blood tests, thyroid, sugar, liver, everything was checked. The doctor said there was no major illness. Stress, lifestyle issues, vitamin deficiency. They prescribed medicines and tonics. Amit took them regularly. For a few days, it felt like things were improving. Then everything went back to how it was. He became discouraged. One day, in a very calm voice, he said, "Priyanka, I feel like all the energy inside my body is slowly disappearing." Hearing that, tears filled my eyes. Gradually, all the responsibilities of the household came onto my shoulders. Cooking, cleaning, children's studies, shopping, handling everything made me tired too. But I forgot my own exhaustion when I looked at his face. His lifeless eyes wouldn't let me sleep at night. Our conversations at night slowly faded. Where we once talked for hours, there was now silence. He fell asleep early. I lay awake beside him. It felt like we were in the same bed, yet miles apart. Many nights I questioned myself. Was I doing something wrong? Was I not understanding him? This growing distance in our relationship was breaking me from the inside. I believed that nature must hold something that helps people stand up again. So I began to read, online, in books, old writings. But the more I read, the more confused I became. Everyone said something different. It was hard to know what was right. One evening, I forced Amit to go out with me. A book fair was happening in Bandra. He didn't want to go. He said he wasn't feeling well, but I insisted. At the fair, we walked slowly. His posture itself showed how tired he was. Suddenly, I noticed an Ayurvedic bookstall. Without realizing it, I stopped there. I picked up a book and began to read. It said that many health problems are caused by accumulated toxins and weak digestion. As I read, I felt a strange connection to Amit's condition. One chapter caught my attention. It spoke about papaya seeds. We usually eat papaya and throw the seeds away, but those black seeds, the book said, have the power to cleanse the body. They support the liver, improve digestion, and make the body feel lighter. When I returned home, I thought about it for a long time. There was nothing to lose. The next morning, I washed some ripe papaya seeds and gave them to Amit with honey. He was surprised and asked, "People eat these?" After much persuasion, he agreed. The first few days showed no clear change. I waited. On the third day, he said his stomach felt cleaner. Slowly, his sleep improved. In the mornings, he no longer looked as exhausted as before. Within a month, the change became clear. Light returned to his face. He felt like talking again. We started sitting on the terrace at night, talking like we used to. Weekend plans returned. Laughter came back into our home. This story is not about miracles. It is the story of a life that slowly broke down and slowly stood up again. It is my story, my family's story. After a lot of pain, patience, and countless silent nights, this change finally arrived. Even today, I know life is not always easy, but with faith, patience, and love, there is light at the end of even the darkest paths. This story is about that light.